here at Embedded World 2026, and I've popped by the Texas Instruments stand to have a look at some of their demos and to chat about a hot topic here this week, which is AI. Now, joining me is Amichai, so thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me. Why don't you start by just introducing yourself for us?
Sure. So I'm Amichai. I'm a TI Senior Vice President responsible for embedded processing, and I'm very proud to show all the products that we have here and some of the tools that we are providing to customers as well to make it easy for them to use both GenAI and Edge AI.
Fantastic, thank you. So to start with, give us a bit of a brief overview on how you've seen AI, whether that's Edge or GenAI, evolve over the last 12 months.
Yeah, it's an excellent question. And look, this thing is one of the fastest moving technology that we see right now across everything that we are offering. It has been changing a lot in the ways that customers think about it. So if you look 2-3 years ago, customers were talking a lot about GenAI and how they can use it to generate code. Yep. And we're actually showing a few demos here how we are making it easy for them to use it. The second thing on the Edge side, what I see more and more customers and more applications figuring out how to use Edge AI to make the application lower power, better efficiency, and to make it a much better system for their customers. So it started with a few applications. Actually, today we're already showing 60 different examples, and I think this thing is going to go to thousands of different applications over probably the next 12-24 months.
Mm-hmm. And how has TI as a company changed its strategy to keep pace with innovation?
Yeah, so look, innovation is the reason that we exist, okay? So we always try to innovate, but we innovate for our customers. And for me, Edge AI technology is excellent, but customer needs to be able to use it easily. They need to be able to have a product if they want a wireless connectivity product or they want a microcontroller. They want to use it across the board. So first, we are offering products. That's the base. We are a silicon company. Yep. So we provide all the products. Again, a microcontroller, microprocessor, wireless connectivity, radar device. All of our products now support Edge AI. The second thing, we provide the tool chain to be able to generate code, to be able to sample data, to be able to train a model, to be able to deploy it on the device. So we make it very, very easy for customers first to have every device. Second, to have a tool chain that allows them to easily program the device and use Edge AI for every application.
Excellent. And before we dive into some of these demos, I'm interested to hear how you see AI evolving over the next 12 months and how your customers' needs are going to change.
Yeah, again, I think this thing is evolving very, very quickly. And even in this trade show, I meet a lot of customers. People that even a month ago didn't think they need Edge AI, I just need a typical microcontroller. They figure out, some of our examples give them ideas on how to use it for their application. Mm-hmm. And what it can do for the application if you are using a PIR sensor. So PIR sensors have been around for decades. But now you can get a higher level of accuracy, lower latency, lower power, something that it was not possible even 2 years ago. Yeah. So applications are going to get better, and I think what we're going to see more and more customers figuring out how to use it to build the best possible application for their system.
Definitely. Okay, so why don't you walk us through the demo that we're in front of here? So this is how to develop faster with AI. So can you tell us a bit more?
Yeah, so that's a GenAI demo. That's the first one. So here basically we are helping customers to write code using GenAI. In this case, we are using Claude Code. So Claude, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are familiar with it. It's fully integrated into our Code Composer Studio. And instead of writing the code, the Claude is now familiar with our products, it's familiar with the board. So you can tell it, hey, in this case, we try to create a video game that Claude created. Basically, Claude is familiar with our MSPM0. That's a board that has a joystick and a screen. And it was able to create a game. In this case, it's a brick, just by prompting it. So I type, hey, I want to create a game, a brick game, and Claude generated it. That's my favorite demo because yesterday it actually reminded me a lot of the games from the 80s. So we're doing asteroids, we're doing space invaders, but all by just prompting one line, and it generated the game on this board. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Fantastic, thank you very much. So we're going to go and check out some of the other demos, so stick with us. Okay, so we've popped by some of the demos that focus on the medical industry now. So there's some very interesting ones behind us. So why don't you walk us through what is going on here?
Yeah, so here we are showing actually a different tool that we enable customers to create Edge AI-based applications. So what you need to do is the first thing, you collect data. So we have the tool here, it's called Edge AI Studio. And the tools allow the customer to collect the data. So here it's a time domain data. and we provide a board to the customer with a different sensor. So it can be a PIR sensor, temperature sensor, so the customer can collect a lot of data. The second thing the customer needs to be able to do is to train the data, so train it on the cloud. So once you have all this data, the tool allows you to train your models on the cloud. And the last thing that we are showing here is that the third station, whatever model that you train, now you deploy it on the device. So the Edge AI device can now run the model that you trained on the cloud and do it in a very efficient way. And exactly to your point here, we are showing a demo. It's a ECG. So it's something that you at home can put it on your body. And the Edge AI allows to measure the signal in a very accurate way. And if there is an issue, it can call 911 or do something to be able to provide you the right medical service.
Fantastic applications. And how would you say the medical industry in particular is evolving when it comes to adopting AI?
Yeah, we actually see AI starting to become almost a must in a lot of the different applications. So for sure the medical industry, if you look at an ECG, anything that looks at a time domain signal, Edge AI can help you to measure it in a more accurate way. And it can also help you to make it lower power. So in this case, you don't want to carry a big battery on your back. You want to be able to do it in an efficient way. And Edge AI can enable you to implement it.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for telling us more about that. And that was some medical demos there for you.